This is an SM Media production.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the latest episode of the SM Media Pro Wrestling Show. I'm Scott McPike. It's always a pleasure to be your host, and we've got another busy week of wrestling to talk about. We obviously did our Dynasty review show. We got a lot of really good reviews, so thanks very much to everyone that tuned in for that. And this week we're going to do something a bit different. We're obviously going to cover a few bits of exciting news that took place over the week, and we're going to do a mock draft. We're going to look at the two nights on Friday and Monday. We'll probably get out after the Friday one, but just pretend that I'm Adam Pearce and Scott is Nick Aldis, and we're doing our own draft pools for both nights just to see how we would build our own rosters. To join me as always, it is a pleasure to welcome Scott Young. Scott, welcome aboard, mate. Thank you very much for joining. And looking ahead to what we're going to start by talking about, it's been a fascinating week in wrestling.
Yeah, it was. As you said, yeah, Dynasty was obviously we reviewed it. It's a great show. I just want to say as I said in Dynasty show as well, I'm doing something called High Rocks, which is like a fitness assault course in November. It's in Dublin. There'll be a Just Giving link in the description and the video description on YouTube, and obviously the thing on Spotify or wherever you're listening to. There'll be a link there. Any donations would be great. I'm doing it in memory of my uncle who sadly passed away last year. So it's something close to his, and any donations to that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't emphasize that enough. And the link will be in the description and will be on the Spotify description as well. So I will post that once the show goes out. Scott, we'll start with some WWE news during the week. We obviously, I think it was Monday it came out. There was a few releases, couple that caught us by surprise. Obviously, former WWE champion Jinder Mahal, Xia Li, Von Wagner, Veer, Shanky, I think Cameron Grimes as well. I'm not overly surprised because they weren't doing much with any of them, but was there any you would have kept and maybe kind of done something more with?
I think there's two different ways to go down. The way you're looking at it is obviously release them because they're not doing anything with them. But I'm also just surprised they release anyone in general because it obviously had I think it's 120 wrestlers they released between 2020 and 2021. So I was and obviously that was a Vince thing. So I'm surprised Triple H just sort of carried that on in terms of release. Obviously it's only a handful, but I'm surprised that they have released them. And the one I'm most surprised, the one a lot of folk were most surprised was Jinder.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he had the match like this year. He had a segment with The Rock, and he had a WWE title match, or sorry,
Yeah.
World Heavyweight title match, and he was the talking point of wrestling for a week because Tony Khan did what he did on Twitter. Also, if he doesn't book Tony Khan versus, no, sorry, if he doesn't book Jinder Mahal versus Hook, then I think AEW shut down. But no, I
Could be
think
there.
I'm
Heck,
surprised by it all.
that might be next week, maybe where we're going. Like
Aye.
AW could be
I'm
shutting.
up for it. Give me Jinder versus Hook on like Rampage. It'll be a Rampage or Collision or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be great fun. I'd be more than up for it. But no, I think Cameron Grimes, there was something today came out. He said he got a phone call on Friday that said you will have a job here for life.
Yeah.
And 3 days later he gets the sack.
Yeah, I seen that.
Like
Again, we don't know what goes on. We don't know if anything's happened. The one I'm surprised about is Xia Li. I thought, like, I know they weren't doing a lot with her, but I thought she had a lot going for her. I thought she was like quite a unique feel. Like she was, you know what I mean? She appealed to a kind of, China. I think she's from China, isn't she? I'm pretty sure I'm right
yeah,
in saying
Chinese,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good market for. Do you know what I mean? And like the way kind of WWE have been really good at utilising markets over the past few years. I thought Xia Li would be somebody that maybe kept for that reason. But again, don't know what goes on. Gender, I'm quite surprised about. But again, I kind of think he was never ever going to do what he did in 2016. That still, to me, is the most bonkers thing ever. Like he was WWE champion. I'm putting out next week. We're doing a ranking of the WWE champions for the next 7 weeks on the website, and it astonishes me just how Jinder was champion. Like
Yeah,
how he
it
lasted so
was.
long as well. Like again,
How long was it? It was like
it was from back. Was it Backlash? Whatever the
Backlash was what, May till
yeah, it wasn't.
October. That's
Yeah,
about 5 months.
yeah, because AJ
And
beat
he
him. AJ beat him
had
in England, I think. Did he? Am I right in
yeah,
saying
AJ
that?
beat him in London.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
So
one, I'd say, a one half decent match, and that was a match where AJ really lost the belt.
I thought the match with Nakamura
The
was quite
rest,
good at SummerSlam. Like that was.
no, that I thought that was horrendous.
I didn't think it was too bad. Like I thought it was
The
the best
feud
it could
going
be.
up to it,
The build
the
was
Razor's
terrible.
feud going up to it.
The build was terrible. The match was good. Like again, just you throw a guy who's not a main eventer. Like that's why like people are saying like, oh, Drew's come back and like been thrown into goofy gimmicks and things like that. Drew and Cody, you felt at the time when they were kind of get in the position they were in, you thought, right, they're better than what they are. They're better than where they should be. You never ever thought that with Jinder. You never ever said
No,
he's a future WWE champion if he's booked better. Never. And
but
he
he
was
never
the
got a
one.
chance to do anything because
No.
even before the title, he had 5 minute matches on Raw. Less
Yeah.
than 5. Never got a chance to see how good of a wrestler he was,
No.
and he chucked him into the main event with the Bollywood boys. Who, to be fair, they two went through it, didn't they?
Yeah. They're a bit
The
of a
Punjabi
bad.
prison where they
Remember
chucked
that?
off it through
God.
a table.
Yeah, that was bad.
Great Khali comes out and
Yeah.
says, like, with the belt if he won it.
Again, though, but on to speaking of Tony Khan with a bit of a sore neck this week, didn't he? He did he get a bit of a doing. I'm going to be honest here, right? Now, people know what we're talking about the elite segment and Jack Perry coming out and giving Tony Khan a bit of a hiding. I thought the segment was really, really good, right? Tony Khan's selling was terrible. And I know obviously that he's involved with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know he's quite high up and he's involved with them. So I get why he was at the draft. See if you're wearing a neck brace, Tony, don't move your neck about as if nothing's wrong with you. That's my word, that's my advice to you. You looked horrendous. Now, I
I
thought the
loved it.
seg I loved the segment. The segment was really good. Do you know what I loved about it as well? How good was Okada doing the signal towards the
The Hulk Hogan thing.
that was
Aye.
amazing. That was amazing. This can go very, very well, but it can also go like it can either go one of two ways. It's either going to be very, very good, or it's going to be horrendous, and we're going to be kind of back to square one with AEW because despite, I mean, Dynamite was not a good show this week. It wasn't. There wasn't a lot on it. This was the kind of main thing. Obviously, they'd Swerve come out at the
I
start.
thought the Osprey match was good.
The Osprey match was good. The Osprey match and this was only two good things in the show for me. But I kind of, part of me wants Tony Khan to stay away from it on screen, sell it, don't be on Twitter. I like the Young Bucks thing, what they did in that after that when they were kind of doing. That's what I want to see. And we know the Young Bucks are like that in real life, so just have them be that as a character. I don't have an issue with it. I just want it to go well, but it's AEW and it's Tony Khan, and I'm not convinced it's going to because they've got a chance here. They've got something that they've built quite well. Already, I'm kind of panicking. This could be a shambles, but just please don't let it be. That is all I'm asking.
Yeah, I think I'm quite looking forward to because I think there's been a sort of debate going about on Twitter. Obviously, the Raw in footage was shown, and the category, 99% of everyone, apart from maybe Tony Khan, said that's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about it now. I still think it was a bad idea, but I think it has helped the angle more than it's.
Could you have done it? Could you have done this though without that footage? I think you could have.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't think it's made the angle worse.
I just thought it was completely unnecessary. Like again,
It was definitely unnecessary, but I don't think it's. I don't think it's helped it, but it's definitely not made it worse. I think it was just a pointless thing that they done for no real benefit. I think Jack Perry. I think someone put this is what Vince and Austin would look like if the two of them couldn't cut a promo. And
how bad's the selling though? It takes him about 10 seconds to go down. Like
no,
he's still
his
he's
hand
still in the ground.
across
Yeah.
his chest as if he's like dead, as if he's like Dracula lying in a coffin.
I did think like
I think
see when I heard
holding his head.
yeah.
He gets hit in the stomach with a mic and he goes down holding his head.
See when Shad Khan came out I kind of thought, like, does he need to be there? But it did make it feel a
It
bit,
made it more real.
because you're
He's
thinking
better
as
actor
well.
than Tony.
Yeah, but are you thinking though? Is he actually there? Is he like? Because he must have. I'm not saying he's got a lot of like. He won't probably be caring. Like AEW will be very low on his priority list.
Yeah.
But he must be looking at the kind of the publicity it gets and think, like, can I step in here a wee bit and try and kind of rein him in a wee bit in terms of some
I'd
of the
like to know what
decisions
the
he's making.
phone call between they two were like. Hey, Dad, I'm about to get attacked. Can you come out and be a better actor
Yeah.
than me? I'd love to know like how the conversation went about
And
first
then
Shad to
the
turn up
next
on the
the
telly.
next night sit next to me at a draft while I'm moving my neck brace on as if nothing's wrong with me.
I thought the neck race was so funny.
It was
I
funny,
saw it.
and again, there was two ways of looking at it. It's good publicity for AEW because, like, CBS were talking about it. That's quite big. Think it. The
Yeah,
NFL draft is one of the biggest viewed, is one of the highest viewed things in American
hate
TV.
NFL, but NFL's not for me.
I like NFL, to be fair. I could watch anything, but that's where, and again, that's where Tony should be using his publicity well. But to wrestling fans, to the likes of me and you who know Tony Khan, know what Tony Khan is bringing to the wrestling product at the moment, we see that as he's just making himself look like a tit, and that's the nicest way I can say it. That's what he's like. That to me, I just watched that going because I remember texting you after it. I was like, I text you. I think I maybe even spoiled it for you. I said Shad's out in Dynamite because I was watching it, and I was like,
Yeah.
that was the highlight for me. I was like, Shad Khan's in Dynamite. Like, what's going on here? And then I realised that he's gonna. The best thing he can do is just stay off Twitter for a couple of weeks and sell it because if the Young Bucks, like Omega's coming back this week, so obviously it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with that because if he's ready, does he go straight into something with Okada, Perry, whatever? I think we're building up to some sort of stadium stampede at Wembley. That's what I
I
think
was
now we're
thinking
building
something
towards.
similar. I don't think about Wembley. I think we're going further. I think we're looking to Blood and Guts. I
Maybe,
think you're looking at four. I think you've got Team AEW versus Team Elite,
maybe.
and
I thought that
I
stadium
think you're looking at
stampede
Omega, Hangman, Moxley, and Danielson. I think that's
possibly.
your four.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe chuck a Daniel Garcia or a bit of storyline potential and MJF. I think MJF would be because he's sort of imagine MJF defending Tony Khan now. I think
Yeah,
there's a lot of storyline potential in that. I think Danielson's a stick on. I think Omega's a stick on. I think the other two could touch and go.
yeah.
I think the other two spaces. I think MJF would be very good in it.
Like I know we spoke
And
after
then
Dynasty, like we were going to like Okada, Omega, Wembley. Now I think Omega's back. I think they're building towards. My first thought was Stadium Stampede, but Blood and Guts could also be the option as well. But I just again, I just hope the segment goes to plan because if again, I don't want to come on here every week and just lambast AEW. I want it to be a good product, and I think this is the best way to utilize the guys they've got, the guys in this storyline. Like as you obviously I don't think the Punk footage was necessary, and I've been clear. I don't think they should mention anything to do with it. Just move on from it. But if they're going to do a storyline where it's going to be like now you can obviously like make it bad and do an NWO and have 50 members and let have take over a show. I don't think that will happen. I think even Tony Khan's smart enough to realise it. Don't go down that route. But you could have a couple more guys like and just make it a really, really kind of takeover style kind of thing. Like we've taken over from Tony Khan, we're EVPs, like we've taken Omega because Omega's kind of said himself like off topic. He's not really an EVP anymore. Like he's an
no,
EVP
it's
in
the
name
EVP
only.
by name. Yeah.
Play on that. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty you can do here. I just hope it doesn't go down the route where I fear it is, which is going to be absolute embarrassment. But again, it just makes AEW pretty good at the moment, and I hope it stays that way. We did obviously have the pre-sale for Clash at the Castle. Now, if you got a ticket, I would like to know if you would like to sponsor this show because you must have a lot of money in the bank. But there was a lot of stuff made about the price of the tickets. Now I understand it because I personally, and I know we're kind of both on this opinion, I thought the tickets were ridiculously high. Like,
Aye, horrendous.
like for somebody, like for two people who want to go, and you're kind of being priced out, and I wouldn't be going anyway because I'm saving for other things, and I've got a lot. more priorities to do. But there's a lot of real wrestling fans in Scotland who are not going to get the chance, who have probably been wanting a pay-per-view there for so long, but only going to get opportunities because they've been priced out. Now, that to me, that's obviously like a different thing in terms of kind of affordability and things like that. But I just think I feel for a lot of people. I saw a lot of people on Twitter who were just upset, and kids were upset, and I did have a bit of a sore taste in my mouth because I'm really looking forward to this event, but I just think there's a lot of people going to be priced out of it.
Well, I mean, I'm one of them. Like,
Mm.
I got up early Wednesday morning, I think it was, Tuesday morning. I got my pre-sale code. I went in Ticketmaster. I was like 15,000 folk in queue or something.
Yeah.
And then I get in, and the only ones are left. It's only combo tickets, so you can't buy a ticket to just Clash. You have to buy a ticket to SmackDown and Clash.
Yeah.
And I think the cheapest when I got on for a combo was like 800 quid.
Yeah.
That's like
That's
400 quid a
ridiculous.
pop.
That's
That's
ridiculous.
like 400. If you're splitting that between the two, that's 400 quid for a ticket to SmackDown. For an episode of TV, it's £400,
Yeah.
which is wild. And like, wait, like, I got people get paid. I get paid next week, but people get paid at the end of the month.
Yeah.
This all came out before people get
This
paid.
was right in the middle. Yeah, that was a
This
thing
was
as
like
well.
when people. This was like it was Wednesday, so 2 days for a lot of people. Last Friday month, most people get paid. This was before folk were getting paid, so they couldn't even get a ticket with because they have the money because they haven't paid yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I still think they could have easily got Ibrox, Hampden, Celtic Park, Murrayfield, because they probably will look at because that way you're probably making more money. Obviously, you make more money if you sell tickets at 40 quid a pop, 40, 50 quid.
Well,
How
many do we think it's going to, like, the attendance is going to be? Because I was looking at this all day. I think the Hydro,
attendance or actual attendance?
well, the actual attendance. How much do we think the Hydro is going to hold? Because looking at this way, say they use the stage, they use that. I don't know
Survivor Series.
Aye, like a small aye.
Minimal set.
Get everybody in it. I think you're going to give 17,000 tops.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Right, that you said there was 15,000 in queue behind you, so that's 15,000 already that you probably think are probably a lot of them have been priced out as well. But if there's other tickets come available at a cheaper price, they're probably going to get them. So you're gonna there's not going to be much of a general sale.
No.
Like, so again, I do think like easily. I don't know about because it's a fight. There's no football. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no.
The SmackDown today, the Scotland play Germany.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. So Hamden's obviously been used for that, for something there. Ibrox, I don't think anything's been used for. Murrayfield, I don't know when Taylor Swift is. I think it's maybe the week before. I'm sure Taylor Swift's at the start of June. But they could have easily Murrayfield. I think Hampden would be terrible for a wrestling event.
Hampden's not.
Hampden's off for me. I've said bulldoze Hampden as it is, but especially for a wrestling event, it just would have been horrendous. So Celtic Park would have been fine as well. I don't know how that would have worked in terms of like hiring it. I don't know, but I think Ibrox. I don't know what the audio is like at Ibrox. Murrayfield to me just seems the most sensible. And I said that at the time.
Concerts, like I saw. Well, to be a bit audio, my sister went to see Harry Styles at Ibrox, and she said it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I think Ibrox and Celtic Park are two better options. But also, like if you only want to sell a big, if you want, let's say you want a minimal venue, you can still use Tynecastle or Easter Road because you're probably getting, obviously the seats about it. You're probably getting, obviously I think Tynecastle's 20,000, Easter Road's not far off that. So that's in the seats, you get 15, and then the pitch will be full. So that's probably still 25,000 folk you're getting at Tynecastle. And also, the name's Clash at the Castle. Edinburgh's get one of the most famous castles. We spoke of this when it came out.
Yeah.
Edinburgh makes a much more sense.
No, I said it. I thought Edinburgh at the time. I get Hydro because like the venue, and I think they've obviously they done a Raw at the Hydro years ago that I was at. That was brilliant, really good. That was, I'm sure it was like 12,000 because they had the big stage. Because they had, I'm sure it was about 12,000. So I don't know again how it works, and I don't really know what it's going to be like in terms of, because there is a big built stage at the Hydro, so I don't know how they're going to work it. But again, it'll obviously be more to come in this. I imagine we'll be doing something every week in this because I think there'll be a fallout constantly about this. But right, we'll move on to our draft, Scott. So we're going to do our Friday pool first. So we're going to have 10 picks each. All right. We saw earlier that all the champions are protected, so we can't pick champions. We've got the pools in front of us. Okay. So we've drawn it out. I'm going to pick first. I'm going to be representing Raw. So I'm going to be Adam Pearce. You're going to be Nick Aldis. All right. So we're going to have 10 picks each on both pools. You're allowed to draft one person from NXT on each pool. So you can have one pick from NXT either night. Okay?
Cool.
Right. I'm going to go first. So my first pick is I'm going to take the whole stable: Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, the MFT, which I still don't know what that stands for. I'm Paul Heyman. The Rock isn't on this, but The Rock comes to Raw. I'm taking the Bloodline because I think they need to go to Raw. I think Raw is the perfect place for them. I think SmackDown, they've kind of not run the race, but I just think putting them in Raw, bit of a better feel. More you can do with Tama Tonga, and plus we're probably getting another member in the next few weeks. So I'm going straight away. Roman Reigns is the biggest star in this. Roman Reigns and the Bloodline are heading to Monday nights.
I mean, yeah, it's the easiest option on this entire thing.
A slam dunk, innit?
Yeah, it doesn't have a slam dunk, bloody hell. I mean, yeah, for my first choice, I'm picking Bloodline as well, fairly comfortably. My first pick, I'm gonna take Seth.
Okay.
Seth Rollins. I think you need someone. You need you've got Roman. I think you need someone at the head, as in your face,
Yeah.
to put on great matches. I think Seth's still one of the best workers in the company. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Seth.
Second pick, I'm going to go for the future. I'm going to go for Braun Breaker. I think he's the next big star. I think
he was on my list.
Any pick in this list is absolutely great. To be fair, I think you're going to go wrong with either. The reason I went for Braun Breaker, I just feel as if he's going to be the next big thing. I think he's already been pushed that way. I think Raw as well probably build to him, and I don't know. You probably build to him being world champion.
Yeah.
So that's for me. He's the number 2 pick. I'm going for Braun Breaker.
I'm between two. I'm either going for ruining your show or getting a star in mine. I'm gonna ruin your show. I'm gonna go Jey Uso.
Okay.
I think just pure, obviously main event Jey Uso and whatever, but also you have got this Bloodline story, and taking out Jey Uso from that helps me.
I think Jay doesn't need it anymore. I think he's better off away from it. So,
but I think look, I think if I was you and I picked Bloodline, I would look to Bloodline and then get the Usos back together.
yeah.
Obviously Jimmy's injured. Don't know how long he's out for. That came out this week.
Yeah.
He's actually injured. He injured himself at Mania.
I think,
and that's why they wrote him off.
Because that's why they wrote him off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Number 3, I'm going for Liv Morgan.
That's not who I thought you were going to say.
I was between two, and both women.
Go. Yeah,
I just really think the way they're pushing Liv at the moment, I would be all over that.
I'm gonna go Bianca.
Okay, that was my next pick.
I just think she is the best woman worker in the company. Maybe Charlotte, but I think Bianca's a better worker than Charlotte. I think more like you get good matches at Bianca than you are good matches at Charlotte, like on a consistent basis. I think the best Charlotte match is better than the best Bianca match. But if you're looking at consistent over the year, I think you're going Bianca.
At number 4, I want a good hand that you've got with Seth, and I still think he's got a lot to offer. I'm going for AJ Styles.
Fair enough. I'm sort of going for the next worker as well. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take someone who just returned I think he's still incredibly underrated. I'm gonna go Sheamus.
What about him and Drew? Like the feud, I think that's brilliant. I'm loving
That's
it.
funny,
Yeah.
but I mean, I still think Sheamus had a series of matches with Drew at the beginning of 2021, and they won it Fastlane a couple and all, and they were unbelievable.
Mm.
It was just two guys battering each other, and I still think Sheamus is incredibly underrated as overall career. So I'm going to Sheamus.
My next pick, I want another bit of experience in my show. I want Randy Orton.
Fair enough. I need someone to feud with Bianca. I'm going for another one who I still think has got a lot to offer. And if we can get her back to a prime, I think we've got a lot. I think we're looking at some good. I'm going to go Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
I think I need a top women feud, and Bianca Shayna, they're a good series in NXT, and getting that back on the main roster under Triple H, I think, under me, I think that can only be a good thing. And I'll get Shayna Baszler back to what she was.
Number 6. I think this is one for the. I'm going to go Alpha Academy. 4 for the price of 1. I think obviously Gable. I think we're building to something with Chad Gable. I thought the promo was excellent. I think Otis and Tozawa, if you book them right, can be quite good. And I think Maxine, you saw in the Battle Royal, she's improved. She's improving. Book her right. She can do well enough. And I think Chad Gable is going to be a top heel going forward. So I'm all over that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to heel Gable.
Yep.
I think I want to start building a wee bit of tag division.
Okay.
And I didn't even know this lot were a team.
Neither did I.
But
I know the one you're
they're
going for.
listed as a team.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Cedric and Ashanti the Adonis.
Okay.
Because I think both are very good wrestlers. And give them a bit of time against, even if I don't get another team, I can make a, like Seth and Jay could become a tag team, for example, something like that. I think you get good matches with them. I'm going to go Cedric and Ashanti. I'm basically, do you remember when Paul Heyman done this? And when he was running Raw, he just had a bunch of guys that weren't used, and so I'll
Yeah.
take them and make them class. That's basically what I'm doing. Do you know folk who weren't used and go, I'm taking them and they're going to be great? I'm Paul Heyman.
I'm quite surprised that this guy has fallen as low as he has. I think LA Knight is a steal at pick 7 for the simple reason that he's a star. He is finally getting booked right. You can run him and AJ again. You can do him and Chad. You can do him and Randy. There's so much you can do with LA Knight. And that is my 7th pick.
Yeah, I was looking at him, but I'm going for more. I'm basically booking this match. I'm basically being Paul Heyman and going with the SmackDown 6.
Okay.
And I'm going to get Andrade.
Okay, that's who I was hoping was going to be made available.
Yeah, I'm going to go Andrade. I think there's something. I think with Andrade, there's always been something about him.
Yeah.
Because this is all off-screen stuff. Because he fell out with Vince, and he had the same problems in AEW that he did in WWE. And when you're when you're in two companies, you have the same problem. That's not a company issue. That's a you issue.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I can fix him, and because he's still a great talent. Like that match for Gargano. When was that? Was that Philadelphia?
Yeah, that was. It was Takeover. Was it Takeover 25?
No, I think it was Takeover Philadelphia.
Could be. I'm sure it was 2019. I might be wrong, but yeah, definitely it was. I think it was the first 5-star match
Yeah,
that
it was
Meltzer gave
Philadelphia.
in Philadelphia. Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, I think there's a lot you can do with Andrade. The next one, I know you're saying that you're getting into guys who I think have got a lot more to offer. I want Ricochet as my 8th pick because I think you can put him in there with anybody, and he needs booked better. I think we're beginning to see it now. I think for me, he's a no-brainer at number 8.
Yeah, it's a good shout. I'm gonna stick with my tag division and also get a one for the female division. I'm
Okay.
gonna take the OC.
Okay.
Anderson, Gallows, and Mishin / Mia Yim.
Okay. Good pick.
Again, Cedric and Ashanti against the OC. Give them 15, 20 minutes, and I think you're looking at a decent. I think you're looking at a very good tag. They can sort of be the crux for the tag division. So I'm going to take the OC.
I'm going to take a tag team, but I'm going to take a women's tag team who I think are criminally underrated. And I'm not just saying that because they're from this parish. I think they have a lot to offer. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, for me, are going in at number 9. We haven't used our NXT pick yet for this round. Are you going in that direction? Or are you?
I forgot I had an NXT pick.
Sure, I just I remembered that.
I'm going to take Roxanne Perez.
I thought that's who you were going to go because I was actually like, he's going to take Roxanne quite early, so I'm going to.
Because there's not a lot of there's one woman left on that. I think there's a couple women left, but I think Roxanne, she's younger than me, which is so depressing. She's like 21, 22-year-old. And she even for someone young, she's experienced well. She'd been about for years.
Yeah.
I remember watching the Indies in like 2017, 2018 when she was Roxy. And she was wrestling with then. So I'm gonna take Roxanne Perez.
My final pick
because I need to bulk up the women's division a bit.
Well, I'm going to close out with a women's division pick. I think Zoe Stark is someone else who you can use better. I feel for Nia, but I just don't know where she. I don't know what you really do with her anymore. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
she's a lot better than I thought she was when she come back. She's improved a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's only 2 real picks here, is there?
I've only got 1 pick left.
Yeah, this is round 1.
I'm gonna take Ivar.
Okay.
I think he's so versatile in terms of his move set. He can cut he's doing NXT, cutting about like me at the pub. Jeans, weird. Like he went for a Viking on Raw to jeans and a polo on NXT. It was strange. But no, I'm gonna take Ivar. And also I'm assuming when Eric comes back,
you'll get
he'll be a
him.
free agent, so I can get Eric.
Yeah.
And then I've got another tag team to add to the rank. So I'm gonna take Ivar.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, that's night 1 in the book. Right, Scott, we're on to night 2. This is the Monday pile, and this is a very start. I'm not to say that night 1 isn't, but I mean, there's a lot of really, really exciting picks here. You could probably have about 7 or 8 choices for first pick. You've got first pick this time. Where are you going?
CM Punk. Fairly, I thought. I was reading it, and then I was sort of scrolled down, and so I was sort of going over a couple. Then I saw him not, but CM Punk, and it's probably the easiest choice I've ever made in my life.
And you can still do Punk and Rollins.
Yep, I do Punk Rollins, Punk Sheamus is a bit there.
Yep.
Punk Jey, so they could form a tag team or something there.
Yep. No, it's a no-brainer. Right, I am going to the future King of the Ring. Gunther is a no-brainer, and Ludwig Kaiser, I think. I don't know, maybe going his own path as a single. What do you think of Imperium? What do you think of Vinci? Like, I was like, didn't see it coming, but I also just felt that Vinci was just a bit of a puppet kind of thing, like splitting up. Like,
yeah. I don't like the fact they split them up. But I prefer the fact that Gunther and Kaiser have stayed together. Rather than 3 of them go their separate ways.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Gunther's still got a henchman, even though he doesn't really need him. He's still got someone. Because he makes him feel like that entrance still makes him feel special. Because he's Gunther. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, who you got next?
Drew. Punk Drew.
We've just switched out on him. No, it makes sense. Absolutely. No brainer. No brainer. Right. Pick 2. I need my tag team division to kind of kickstart a wee bit. And you might say I'm going too early with this, but I am going to go with the pride of Lashley, Street Profits, and B-Fab, because I think, again, you're getting Lashley, you're getting Street Profits, you're getting a star, you're getting a good tag team. I think that's where I want to go.
Are they actually called the Pride?
Yeah, well, they're written on here as the Pride.
I don't think they've actually been called the Pride on
I
telly.
don't think they have either, but they're called the Pride on here, so I'm just running with it.
I think that was a WrestleVotes thing. They said they came out. I think WrestleVotes put up they're going to be called the Pride, but never
Yeah.
actually were.
Possibly. Right, who's
I'm between two. Actual. Oh, there's a few here. I might take Jade. I'm going to take Jade.
No. Are you actually?
Yeah, I'm taking Jade.
Steak.
Or honestly, I was between two, and she wasn't one of the two. And then I saw then her name sort of screamed out to us. So
Well,
I
I
take
kind of
Jade.
wanted two women. I'm going to take her just because I think you know where I'm going. Tiffany Stratton is the next star in the women's division, so she's going at number 3 for me. And again, another no-brainer. And her and Becky would be good. They've already done that. Her and Liv, her and Rhea when she comes back. Writes itself, mate.
Yeah. There's a couple here. I've kind of got a decent number of singles guys.
Can I just interrupt? Where are Gargano and Ciampa? Are they on yours? Because they're not on mine.
Yeah, they're here. That was going to be my next pick.
Where are
Genuinely,
they?
that was my
I
next pick.
can't see them.
It's in alphabetical order on Wikipedia. DIY. Hashtag DIY. They're
I
under.
actually see them. But okay, I'm just going to run that they are. Okay, cool. Yep, go with that. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, my next pick's DIY. Yeah,
Okay.
because I kind of want to boost my tag division a bit. So I've got a decent number of singles
I
guys.
need
Punk,
that. My
Drew,
tag team's pretty poor,
Seth,
actually.
Jay, Sheamus. So DIY, and also they two can both be singles guys. Both
Yeah.
unbelievable singles guys. So you got a good tag team there, and if you split them up, you got a great feud, and then you've got two singles guys for the main event, if not upper mid card scene.
Pack 4. I'm going to the tag team division. There's been reports that these two guys are going to go along with Chad going forward, and you get Ivan Isle as well. I'm going to go for the Creed brothers. I think they are potentially superstars in the future, especially Julius. I think the Creed brothers and Ivan Isle. Happy with that. Go with that.
So many scream. It's like 3 or 4 screaming out to me
I
here.
know. I've got a few that I want to get in quick, actually.
I'm gonna take the LWO
Okay.
because you're getting Ray, you're getting Dragon Lee,
Yeah, you're getting
getting
some good
Del
picks. Yeah.
Toro, you're getting Wild, you're getting a lot of guys. Carlito is also there. Selena Vega's a good one for the women's division. So, and also you can sort of build that story of the Carlito heel turn with her. Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna take the LWO.
Yep. I'm going to go for Judgment Day.
That was what I was on my list.
You keep them together. Probably they're going to break up down the line as well. But Finn, again, Finn's box office, and like Dominic. I think they're maybe looking at doing something with Dominic and Liv. Like that looked kind of quite interesting. That was the road they were going down.
Yeah.
Like
You've
yeah,
got Liv, didn't you?
I've got Liv. Yeah,
Yeah. I think I'm getting an absolute steal at pick number 6 here, but I'm gonna go Kevin Owens.
I thought he was the one. He was the one I was hoping was going to go undrafted. Well, not undrafted, but enough where I could take him. Right, do I go for another tag team or do I boost my single division? I'm going to go for Bronson Reed at number 6. That's my one. I've not used an NXT pick yet. I don't know if I
No,
will
I'm
actually.
sticking
Actually, I will. I'm going to go next for an NXT pick.
I've got quite a lot of singles guys. I need a woman. I need more women. I'm gonna take Naomi.
Okay, very good because that was my next pick. I'm getting 4 women with my next pick. I'm going for Damage Control.
Oh, I didn't see them.
So you get the women's tag team division. You've got a women's tag team to work with. To me,
Well, the women's tags are on both brands. They're switching.
yeah.
As the way I read it, obviously the women's tag float,
Mm-hmm.
but when they lose the belt, Asuka and Kairi are on your
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
That's the way the tag work.
Yeah. I really like my women's division, actually. I really like it. Like, might need a couple of baby faces, but we'll get there. Who's number 8?
Yeah, I've got. You are right. I do need some women. Candice and Indy.
Okay.
Candice and Indy.
Yeah.
Because I think they can't. I think there's. Obviously, I've got DIY as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you turn them all heel, you can go back to.
Think that's the
The
path they're
way-
going down after Raw?
I think Candice and Indy will turn heel, but I don't know if they'll pair them up with DIY.
Yeah.
I can see them becoming. I still think I understand why they put the belt on Becky. I don't understand the Hulk Hogan thing with Becky. That's annoying and confusing.
I thought it made sense. I
But
wouldn't have minded if it was Liv, but now I think about it, Becky's the right choice. Like, just
I don't Liv wasn't there. I don't think it was Liv. I think having Liv be second place in Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble, and the Battle Royals a good story.
Yeah.
But then I still think you could have put in it on a Candice, for example. Someone like that really boost her.
Yeah.
But I completely get why they done Becky because it's a safe bet. It's like when Seth went out. No, who went out? No, when Daniel Bryan went out injured, the first person who put the belt on was Brock Lesnar, which I think is a very smart choice because he was the biggest star at the time.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. At number 8, I'm between 3 actually because I don't know. I don't know if I need another tag team. I do need another tag team. There's one there that I think looks a steal for what he brings, and there's another there that I think I don't want them. I don't want them to fall that late. So I'm going to go Nakamura
He
again.
was not on my list. Fair enough.
I just think as well for what he brings, like you can argue that is he the Nakamura that we thought was going to be phenomenal? Probably not, but you still can get a lot out of him and a good roster. And I think there's so much you can do with him in that roster. So I'm pretty happy with him actually.
I didn't even realise these were here. I'm between 2. Gonna take New Cat Republic.
Okay.
I really hope you don't take the other one because I kind of want them both.
No, I'm going to NXT for my next pick, and
Alright, that's good.
I think he's potentially the steal of the draft, and I think he will be taken in the actual draft. Ilya Dragunov is going to Raw. And that's my NXT pick.
Forgot about him.
And I'm not like there's probably 3 or 4 that I would probably have taken Trick. I'd probably taken Mello. I'd probably have taken Cora Jade if she was healthy. But I think Ilya and Gunter is like fight forever stuff. Like that's the match I want to see. I want to see that in Berlin. I think Gunter's winning King of the Ring. Like he's probably the biggest stick on that, and Man City to win the Premier League is the 2 biggest stick ons on the planet at the moment.
Yeah.
Like that is it. Right, your final pick of the second round. Where are you going?
You've got one pick after this, don't you?
Yep.
I think my tag division's set. I think I've got a good few tag teams in here. I was gonna pick a tag team, but now you say it. They're sitting Carmelo Hayes screaming out to me.
Take Mello that late, are you?
Yeah, I'm taking Melo.
Okay.
Because I forgot about my NXT pick, or else Dragunov would have been like 3rd.
Yeah, I've only used one to be fair. Right, I'm going to finish mine with a tag team, a very underrated tag team who I think of pretty funny. Like I quite like them. Pretty Deadly for me are going to be my final pick of the second round. Now
That's not who I thought you were going to say when you said tag team.
Now who Django was going to say?
I was 100% convinced you were going to say the New Day.
Well, I've just noticed that
Because that's who I was going to go. They were between New Catch Republic and New Day. and then you said NXT. So crap, I've got Carmelo Hayes that I need.
Right, Scott, so we've done our rounds 1 and 2. We've got 12 picks that went undrafted. So what we're going to do is, for a bit of fun, just to fill out our rosters, we're going to draft them all. So we've written them down here. The picks we have left are Nia Jax, Apollo Crews, Braun Strowman, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, The Final Testament, Giovanni Vinci, Caden Carter and Katana Chance, Legado del Fantasma, Natalia, The New Day, Tegan Knox, and Odyssey Jones. You go first, because I'm going to give you SmackDown. You're obviously get SmackDown. SmackDown gets the first pick in the draft, so I'll give you the first pick in the supplemental. Who are you going with in the supplemental?
New Day.
Yep, thought you might.
Because I am praying that Big E is healthy and I get him as well.
My first pick is going to be The Final Testament. Because again, you're getting, I think Karrion Kross has kind of reached the Darwin Núñez stage where I just feel as if he went as far as you can go with him.
Yeah.
But I think the LP, again, another good heel tag team. Quite happy with that, actually. I'm quite happy I've took them.
I'm going to go Braun Strowman.
Okay.
Because again, he's versatile. I've got a lot of versatile guys. They're not just like what you can do them, but like stylistically as well.
I'm
Like,
assuming he's coming back.
well, if he's in this side, surely. Let's hope.
I'm imagining he's coming back, maybe even tonight.
Maybe.
Like on Monday, wherever he goes.
He's on Monday's
he's on
pools,
Monday, so yeah,
maybe
Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Monday. Right, my next pick is someone that I feel is very, very underrated. Tegan Knox for me.
That was my next pick.
I just
'Cause when she was
want her to get. I want them to do more with her. Like, I think
So
she's so underrated. I know she's had a lot of injuries, but see if you can keep her fit. She's a real find in that roster.
Sounds like the Rangers squad.
Mm,
It sounds familiar, doesn't it?
yeah, it does.
Again, I'm gonna go versatility. I'm gonna go Chelsea and Piper. I think there's a lot you can get out of the pair of them.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
There's a lot you can get out of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Obviously, Piper Niven can be this big monster. And obviously, Chelsea Green's Chelsea's unbelievable, what she is.
Yeah. Legado del Fantasma for me.
Yeah, that was fair enough.
That's I'm quite surprised that we let them fall down as far. But again, Angel and Berto, good tag team. Really like Elektra Lopez as a manager. I think she's really good.
Yeah, keep her as a manager. Don't have a wrestle.
Yeah,
Keep her as a
and
manager.
Santos, I think, is brilliant. Like, I think he's
Santos is great.
very good. Like, I think, again, just looking at my roster, I think there's a lot you can do there.
Yeah.
6 picks left. Who's next?
I'm gonna go Vinci.
Okay. Splitting them up from Imperium properly.
Yes, keep him because I thought his sort of rich boy character thing that he started in NXT, and then Triple H took him. Basically, Triple H stole him, re-put Imperium back together. That was pretty good. I think
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah,
I think he's got a bit about him, bit of personality, bit of charisma about him. So yeah, I'll go with Vinci. I think that's what you can do. Good wrestler as well.
gonna go Caden and Katana next. Again, similar to Tegan, I think you can get a lot out of them. I think you can work with them with damage control. Like, you know what I mean, you're bringing Albert. I mean, there's a lot you can do with them. I think so. I'm going to go there with 4 picks left.
Yeah, I'm going to take Nia.
Okay. I'm going to take Apollo. I think my women's division's pretty fine, actually. I'm quite happy with that. Scott, your final pick of the 2024 WWE draft. Who is it?
It's the two biggest hitters in the company are left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Odyssey Jones just so folk can see him wrestle.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him wrestle.
Who'd you do with him?
I've seen him wrestle a few times, and folk listening to this might disagree with this. The best way I can describe Odyssey Jones is Keith Lee light.
Okay.
He's fairly big. He's fairly athletic for his size.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take Odyssey Jones and then see what we can do with him. Just book him like I would Keith Lee.
Okay. That's fine. I don't have an issue taking Natalia. I think they're obviously doing some with her in NXT with forget the guy's name, please forgive me. The karate girl. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They'll know
Yeah.
who you're talking about as well.
Yeah. So they're obviously doing something with Natalia just to kind of they're a bit. And again, she's one of those, and I mean that's in the nicest possible way. See, like for example, if I wanted to put the belt on Tiffany, which I would do, and I
Yeah.
wanted like a first babyface opponent, it would be Natalia. That's who I would. That's what I would. That's why I would have her there. And I know that's not nice to say. Like I know she did better than that, but I just think she's
No,
better
I think
than
it's nothing wrong with being
a
a
hand.
depth person.
Yeah, yeah, like a hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like my roster. I think it's got a good mix of kind of experience. I think there's a lot of bronze there as well. You've got Gunter, you've got a lot of Elias coming through as well. You've got a few kind of
I
guys, Creed brothers. Like, I think there's a lot. I'm really happy with my roster. You happy with yours?
I'm happy with mine, but I also think yours is better than mine.
I think so. I think yours get more star. I
Yeah.
think yours get more star power. I know Roman's on Raw,
I think
but
mine's a good mix of star power and also wrestling ability.
I really like your tag division. Like I like the
Like
OC, I like Alexander Adonis, I like Waller in theory, I like Dunn and Bate,
I
LWO.
think I'll put on the best way I can sort of distinguish our two rosters. I think I'll put on a better pay-per-view card, but I think you'll put on better telly, as in like
Yeah,
week to week telly.
yeah.
I think you've got more story guys, and you obviously get the bloodline, which is take over most of it. I just realised, where's Sami Zayn? Oh no, he's a champ, isn't he?
Sami Zayn's a champ, yeah.
I was looking at the champs.
I
So
like
what
that
champs have
though.
I got?
You have
I've
got
got
it.
Cody.
You've got
I've got
Cody,
Cody. I've got Logan. I've
Bailey,
got Bailey. I've
and
got Wall in
Theory and
theory.
Waller. And I've got R-Truth and Miz,
Yes.
Becky Lynch, Sami Zayn and Damian Priest.
I think I've got a better champions roster.
Yeah, and the one thing you
Uh,
look at as well, obviously, there's a lot of guys and girls who are not on the draft due to injury. There's a lot of guys who you think like there's a
well,
lot of
Wikipedia.
talent.
I'll read some out. Wikipedia's got them. Alexa Bliss, Big E, Brock Lesnar, but never mind. Carmella, Charlotte, Dexter Lumis, Christ, he's there. Eric, Jimmy Uso, Nikki Cross, Omos and MVP, Raquel Rodriguez, sorry, Rhea Ripley, Shotzi, Sonya Deville. Well, apparently she's back soon. I
Yeah,
read Dave said she's back next week. I think Dave and
that means
PW
she's
Insider both
that.
said.
Dave Meltzer saying that means she's not back to August.
Well, PW Insider said it as well,
Yeah, well,
so
go with that
I'll
then. Cool.
give them benefit out.
Yeah.
Tamina, The Rock,
Ooh.
Trish.
Yeah, I forgot about Trish actually. I
Trish
see
hasn't
the.
been in telly since like last appeared
Well,
September 2nd,
I'd
2023.
imagine Payback was our last show, was it not?
Yeah, that's what it said. Last appeared. That was a steel cage match.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that steel cage match, and I did
Uncle
not.
Howdy, the Uncle Howdy. I think we'll see some Uncle Howdy at Backlash.
Yeah,
I think that's when he'll. I think it's Uncle Howdy. I think Uncle Howdy and Braun and potentially Eric Rowan. There's rumors of him come back.
yeah,
I want to keep Alexa Bliss away from it.
yeah. I would as well.
I can see why, as a sort of Bray Wyatt tribute type
Yeah,
thing, get her involved. But I also think the Goddess is so much better than Goth Alexa Bliss.
yeah, I agree with that. That's a no.
And Valhalla's there as well.
Yeah.
Maternity leave. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did see that actually.
I didn't even know she was pregnant.
Congratulations to them. I think it's only
Eh,
just come out. Actually, I saw that the other day. So that
Oh,
marks
didn't know that.
our 2024 WWE draft. Scott, I had a lot of fun with that. I'd probably say that's one of my favourite podcasts we've done. I really
I had a lot of fun with that.
thoroughly enjoyed that. I think we might look into as well, kind of down the line, maybe doing rosters back in the day. We'll maybe do something like that. That'd be quite cool. Like, guy,
Like
could
a
have a lot of
retro
fun.
draft type thing.
Yeah, I think that's quite cool. I quite
Yeah.
like that. Enjoy the draft, folks. As I say, we've got a lot of stuff that's going to probably come out over the next few days. Match ratings will drop on Saturday. I'll do obviously last week's. I've not done them all yet. I haven't sat down and watched everyone yet. I haven't watched Rebellion, which I've heard was pretty cool. Last night there's a few
Did
things.
you did you the buys?
Yeah, seen that today. Yeah,
God.
that's
It's not good, is it?
that's shut down territory, isn't it? That's like
Oh, that isn't half. But I
that's
mean, it's not 2005 anymore.
nah. I get that, but
But still, it's
can
not
you
great.
obviously like? I would imagine. I mean, we obviously watch it on Fight. which is where I was probably going to watch it. I thought I got it as part of the fight. I might be wrong, but I'm not paying. I'm not paying for it.
No, I wouldn't pay for it. I think the reason was also Dynasty was on.
I'm
And
sure. I'm sure Rebellion was on Saturday night, and I think Dynasty was
I know,
Sunday.
but the same weekend. And if you're asking me to pay, I think it's like, I don't know how much I think Dynasty is like.
Dynasty was £20.
No, I'm talking. This is because I think buys are American, so I think Dynasty
Yeah.
was like $50, and
Yeah.
Rebellion's probably. If you're asking, let's say 35. I'm not sure. Ballpark figure. If you're asking me, I'm paying $50 to watch Osprey Danielson and Dolph Ziggler. I like Dolph, but I mean, there's
Yeah,
levels here.
yeah, and Osprey and Danielson
Or Nick Nemeth, whatever it is.
is levels above TNA.
Oh, level of buzz. Aye,
Like-
100%.
Like, I think I'm going to have to break the scale.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think
have
well,
to.
Dave done it.
Yeah, Dave does it. Dave does it like he's handing out cookies, but
Yeah.
I'll make it more unique. Right, folks, we're going to wrap up the show there. We'll be back next week for a new episode. Thank you very much to Scott as always, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
No, I enjoyed it as well, and also make sure to donate in the link in the description as well.
Yep,
Cheers, guys.
absolutely. I will attach that on the link as well. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back for a new episode. Thank you.